Injury, but he is a great leader, knows how to get this offense in the right spot.
Here's a pre-snap flag. It was just a 19-yard punt. Tech, because of all the takeaways.
Number 70, 5-yard penalty, first down.
The defense
Quarter, so BYU does not want to let this game get away from him.
Cameron Dickey straight ahead with Morton shaking off some rust. They got off to a slow start.
Very aggressive approach was at Texas State as an OC the last couple of years.
Downfield shot, and it's broken up. 3rd and 13. Plenty of time for Morton. Now retreating, scanning. He'll be sacked.
Well, this is a good job here by the middle linebacker. He's just kind of spying the quarterback just in case, and eventually he pulls the trigger and starts to chase him down. And really, believe it or not, an area they have not been great. They're 98th in the country down inside the red area.
Morton, end zone shot, and it's incomplete. Motioning back in and taking the handoff was Williams. Off the left side, picks up about 3.
Ball.
Look how stretched they are right here. Morton, quick drop, scanning, pressured again, dropped again. BYU.
And the crowd support has been unbelievable.
Morton just turned to the home crowd and said, calm down. Too noisy for us here. That's a first down throw as they try
to a spreadsheet to make sure they always had somebody on shift.
Sophisticated around the right end and rumbling for a biggest home game since the Mike Leach era.
Yeah.
2009, 2008. Those were great years for Tech football. Long pitch. Virgil has it. And short gain for Dickey on the left side. Let's take a look at the impact players.
Two great leaders, 17 and 28 from BYU.
Handoff to Dickey again on the delay.
Hands there.
Red Raiders, of course, will crank the tempo. Morton on the move. Big collision. 3-man rush. Morton, time to scan and launch. And threw it up, and the catch is made by Coy Aiken. Came back to the football.
Him, Aiken, coming back to the ball is why he makes the catch.
Direct snap again to Cameron Dickey.
Easy interception for Johnson.
Banging forward.
The country. First one went to BYU. Who's going to win down here this time?
Spinning around and making the first. Former BYU Cougar lineman thought he might come along, but I guess he did not make the trip today. Dickey again.
Playing man coverage on the outside.
Final 30 seconds of the quarter. Second down throw to the end zone. Douglas.
Possession. They're going to take a peek at this, I'm sure. Left foot down, and this.
Tech up 10. Look out. Jacoby Williams is an electric runner in space. Can they chase him down? Huge explosive down.
Condensed formation. Good job of sealing that edge. And you're right, Chris. There's a difference between Dickey and Williams. He just needs a little bit of space because of the way he can accelerate. And that time he almost took it to the house.
Former 110-meter high hurdle champion in the state of Texas. And then Morton looks left. That's the tight end.
They need to come up with a stop.
Morton, slant, caught, first down. Terrence Carter, he'd been out injured, returned last week. He's a matchup problem. Delayed handoff inside. Dickey knocked down after a short gain.
Especially down in this area.
215, but he runs bigger than that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Morton zips it incomplete. Big red zone moment for this offense that hasn't been elite in this area, as you said. 3 receivers to the right. And a whistle
in the red area.
No doubt.
BYU loading up against this third down.
Morton chased, heaves it, and it's incomplete. Pressure came pretty quickly there from Jack.
Initially, and then goes right through Dickey and pushes him through a second time, almost threw him into the quarterback's face. Good aggressive approach there by.
For moments like this, does not want to pass up the opportunity. No matter how painful it is. Misfires that time.
Not listen. and play, you know, no matter what it takes.
Young Morton there with Clay McGuire from the Red Raider. Look out. Mobility not there. Jack Kelly closed it down quickly. Elite linebacker play. 3rd and 19. He'll just hand it off and hope that Williams can find space. He doesn't. This time good protection from Morton. Got plenty of time. Now runs out of it. That's just a coverage sack.
These guys are at the second level. Get involved in pass coverage and also, as we've seen today, rushing a quarterback.
5 receivers, empty backfield. Morton pump fake, now delivers across the middle, and that's Carter, the tight end. Look out. He's going to be brought down just short of the marker.
His backs, but especially how physical Cameron Dickey is, spinning out of a couple would-be arm tackles.
Lasker and Satawala had a chance to bring him down, and now Morton takes a shot, and coming back to grab it is Virgil. Run out of...
3 plays now over 35 yards.
Handoff inside. Dickey in that time contained.
Psychologically a big boost for BYU for a knockout shot, maybe for Tech.
Slant incomplete. Pressure comes, man in the flat. It's Aiken, and he'll be wrestled down. 5 receivers. Can Tech perhaps deliver a knockout from the pocket? Incomplete. It was broken up. Terrence Carter was the intended
passes for 14 to Roberts, 15 to Ryan.
No shortage on the Tech side of explosive plays. It's Jacoby Williams who created one of them.
Kelly matched up across from him, 17 blue.
Cougars not showing pressure. They rush 4. Barron.
There it is.
Lofts it down the field. Battle for the football. And it is Jacoby Williams over there.
4 by far.
It's been great.
As a town. Yeah, amazing.
Jacoby Williams. So capably grind out long drives on the ground, although that run gets nothing. Douglas comes across all the way in motion. Instead, they throw it underneath in the seam. Williams, oh, could not quite elude the tackle.
Adjustment at halftime. If they blitz them, let's get the ball out quick to the back, and they hit him.
Quick 25 yards and a quick snap as they're into BYU. Dickey picks his way patiently, weaving through BYU defenders for a first down.
It's been so hard, but I think he showed a really great example there of his patience and vision as a back.
Very shifty, isn't he? Pitch down the sidelines. Virgil just over his head. He was in single. Pitch to the sidelines. This is Micah Hudson. Just his 6th catch. Morton. Long throw to the sidelines. That's Carter again. Makes a man miss. And we'll have a first down inside. You checked 2 boxes.
I went down. I went down twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
First down off that catch by Carter, and they try Dickey. For
pretty good.
That is also elite.
Elite. Yeah.
BYU that time able to corral. Dickey motions out. It's a 3-man rush, so he's got time. Launches to the perimeter. Jump ball. Punched out. 7 footballs, 7 forced fumbles. And now Tech again on the fringe of the red zone, trying to add to this lead. Williams, stutter step. Feels like
with him, he's just like an old soul. Like he's just smiling, like he knows something we don't know.
Well, the country's
do it one more time.
Looks like it's going to be a direct snap as Morton goes out there. It's Dickey. They have 2 tight ends in the game, but BYU is still able to invade. Up. They try to close down, and it looks like a run all the way. Another direct snap to Dickey. Again, they want to protect Morton. They don't want to have him. Morton look in that direction. It's incomplete. The plan. I think the first 6 parts have
so far they've checked every box. Yeah. Got 1 box left.
Dickey, he's got the edge. Cameron Dickey is loose, makes a little cut. Still going. Spins into BYU territory.
Speed they have and the way they can throw it downfield, but you got to respect the running game first.
Continue to test the run game here.
Run the football is going to make you have to respect that part of the physicality of their game.
You mentioned the playoffs on this game, but you get the win.
Offense number 70, 5-yard penalty, second down.
You get to 8.
There's a Reggie Virgil, Caleb Douglas, or Cameron Dickey, but they're seeing them today.
Slant, catch made, flag is down as Virgil moves the ball.
Illegal shift, offense, 5-yard penalty, repeat second down.
Wipes out the big gain, 2nd and 17. Play fake. Morton backpedals and swings it across the middle. In space is Dickey. Dickey's got some blocks. He's got the edge.
Bear Morton looking them off, and it created a nice space on that check down to Dickey, and we know what he can do after he makes that catch.
Morton look at his slinging again across the middle. He plays. Dickey again speeds around the edge and is bumped out of bounds. Jacoby Williams spells him in the backfield. They fake it to him. Long pitch for the end zone and way over the head of Virgil. No chance. You get into these situations. Playoffs and on. Another slant. Caught again. Aiken holding on to the ball as he tried to rip it out of his hands. Fights hard.
Time not only to catch, they're going to keep it just short of the first down.
And he did spot him back, and no problem as they just pick it up. And spinning free and just tripped up is William. And flags flying all over the place. Slammed down short of the goal line. As
BYU have 12 guys.
Illegal substitution. Defense, 12 players in formation, half the distance to the goal, first down.
Remember you talked about bringing fiber, like a diamond formation with Dickey there.
6 offensive linemen, power, and walking in is Cameron Dickey. Texas Tech making a statement in front of the nation today. Imagine your first Big Ten win against the number 2 team.
And
Williams takes a.
That's a tough matchup for them against West Virginia.
Talked about BYU. What if they can?
Teams. Bearcats losing the line of scrimmage last week to the Utes.
Pitch on the sidelines. Ooh, dangerous throw by Morton.
An outsider and say, well, Texas Tech $7 million on the D-line and all this money that they threw into the portal. We saw Texas A&M throw a ton of money in the portal a few years ago, about 4 years ago, maybe 5, when Jimbo Fisher was near the end and it imploded on him. So that's not.
Yeah, total buy-in, and why not? There's a lot to play for. These guys who have been different places, not had the kind of team success for the most part that they're enjoying.
Duality.
After the play
but this is an example.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense number 5. That's number 5's first unsportsmanlike foul of the game. It's a 15-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
McGuire won't.
But he just, if he's going to recruit you, you're going to send your kid to a good place. They still feed into these players at Texas Tech.
I had a stash I think he had in high school. He's been growing it.
It's thick. It is thick. I think if you
CF.
False start. Offense number 79. 5-yard penalty. First down.
It's John Curry, but maybe a little bit about it. If you haven't seen this defense play until today, you know, they stopped an offense that's BYU's been pretty productive offense.
Suffocating.
Yeah.
Probably the best word. You know, usually you count on somebody in the truck to say it's upside down.
Nobody said anything?
I had no idea.
Allison is humiliated.
I let the ball.
Meanwhile, Texas Tech trying to just punctuate this. And a few more points before the celebration really begins here in Lubbock. Just screen to the edge. And Douglas, who was just penalized.
In a bad environment. If BYU can win out and Texas Tech ends up getting to Arlington, which obviously it looks like they will, we'd have a